What's up guys, welcome back to another reaction video. Today's reaction video was suggested by Michael from Patreon. Massive shout out to him, the first Medal of Honor ever recorded. Now he has been on at me for weeks to check this out, and it just goes to show guys, if you want me to do a reaction you gotta keep at me, because I'm getting quite a few suggestions at the moment, but if you keep at me, keep reminding me, I do get around to it eventually. So shout out to Michael for keeping at me. I'm very keen for this one. I know the Medal of Honor, I don't know too much about it, but I believe it's one of the highest military awards you're gonna get. I believe that's right in saying. We may learn out in this video, hopefully we do. If not, let me know in the comments, but I believe it is potentially given out by the president or someone high up in military. It'll be either one of them two. Let me know in the comments, I'd really appreciate it. If this video doesn't already tell me, I'm sorry if that's been a little disrespectful. I'm just not 100% sure. I didn't want to search it up and ruin this or anything like that. So let me know in the comments, and if you do, I will search it up at the end of the video. Anyway, hit that subscribe button if you're new around it, I'd really appreciate it. Hit that like button, let's try and hit 100 likes for a different kind of reaction. So it might be a struggle, but let's try and hit it guys, I'd really appreciate it. The first Medal of Honor ever recorded, what we got?
Chapman, a U.S. Air Force combat controller, and the SEALs are attempting to rescue their lost teammate.
Oh wow.
You'll watch Chapman's heroic actions as he saves the lives of his entire SEAL team and then another 18 members of a quick reaction force, earning America's highest award, the Medal of Honor.
Wow.
Chapman and the SEALs exfil their MH-47 helicopter. John is the second individual to exit and immediately moves in the direction of the summit. He can be seen moving off to the right of the screen, alone. The team is taking heavy fire from every direction, as indicated by the arrows, as Chapman begins engaging targets.
Holy.
You can see spent cartridges ejecting from his M4. Chapman then begins closing with the enemy, forcing his way upslope in knee and thigh-deep snow. He is constantly under fire as he does this. Chapman's team leader begins to close on Chapman, following his trail through the snow. The dark mass above Chapman is a fortified bunker containing two enemy fighters, each armed with AK-47s, who are firing down on the team in the darkness.
I won't pause too much because I feel like this is a reaction what doesn't deserve a lot of pausing. It's to watch and be amazed or heartbroken. I don't know where it's going to go. But what I will say before we actually fully get deep into it, this is already straight into it from the off, and I feel like this is going to hit the emotions. Oh wow, but like it takes a lot of brave people to do this, something I'd never be able to do. I'd be absolutely crapping myself, so fair play to anyone who can put themselves in this situation.
This bunker will come to be known as Bunker Number 1.
Okay.
To the left of the tree and Bunker 1 is another gray mass. This is a rock outcropping that came to be called the Boulder. Between Bunker 1 and this boulder can be seen the body of slain SEAL Neil Roberts, the man Chapman and the others are attempting to recover. Chapman, still alone and closest to the enemy, pauses to engage targets as his team leader follows him, but never actually catches up with him. Chapman, on his own, now makes the decision to charge directly into the enemy bunker, despite withering point-blank fire. Chapman, now literally on top of the enemy, engages the two combatants and kills them, saving the lives of the remaining SEALs. He does this from a distance of no more than 10 feet. These actions, by themselves, earned him his first Medal of Honor. He then climbs into...
First? This is the first Medal of Honor ever recorded. You just said he's first. Wow, that means he gets at least one more.
And takes control of the bunker. Having cleared the immediate threat, Chapman is then joined by his team leader in Bunker 1. You can then see Chapman and his team leader engaging the next bunker, known as Bunker 2, which is situated to the left edge of the screen. This bunker, manned by a handful of Chechen and Uzbek fighters, also contains a heavy PKM machine gun, hand grenades, and rocket-propelled grenades. John Chapman is shot twice at this time in the torso and collapses, incapacitated. You are now looking at a new angle, and at the left of the screen can be seen the two-man fire team and team leader on top of the boulder. Just below it is Bunker 1 with the mortally wounded Chapman. One SEAL can be seen firing his modified M60 machine gun from the hip into Bunker 2 on the right side of the screen until he is struck by grenade shrapnel and tumbles 10 feet off the top of the boulder, collapsing at the feet of his team leader, thus setting off a chain of events that would lead to the SEALs abandoning Chapman on the summit. The wounded SEAL and the team leader can be seen conferring about his injuries. Moments later, the SEALs decide to retreat from the summit because their position is untenable in the face of continued massive enemy firepower. They can be seen moving toward the right side of the screen and passing the body of Neil Roberts. Unfortunately, the SEALs do not pass John Chapman, who is above them and inside Bunker 1. This angle shows 3 SEALs in a triangle. The larger black heat signature is a smoke grenade. Just to its left is a donkey and dead Al-Qaeda fighter killed by Chapman. The steepness of the mountain can be seen as the SEALs begin to slide down the near sheer face.
Wow, man. Holy. I didn't expect this.
The team leader, desperate for relief and now with 2 wounded teammates, asks for uncontrolled airstrikes from an orbiting Air Force AC-130 gunship. The impacts you see are from 105mm howitzer rounds being fired onto the ridgetop in order to save the remaining SEALs. Because neither the SEALs nor gunship know Chapman is alive, he is experiencing these detonations from his position. At approximately 5:20 in the morning, Chapman recovers and begins to engage the enemy. Bunker.
Oh, he's been shot as well. Oh my god, this is almost over. I'm getting lost. Oh, I did not expect this one bit, man. War is horrible, man. And the people put themselves in these positions to fight for their country, fair play. It may not be their war. It may not be what they wanted to do. But they're doing it for the country, and it's incredible.
Bunker 1 is on the right side center of the screen, and Bunker 2 to the left near the screen center. It will never be known what caused his incapacitation and recovery. Of the 2 rounds that originally wounded him, at least one was mortal, and at this time he is experiencing severe blood loss and shock. Despite that, he begins his one-man stand against 24 enemy combatants. During this time, Chapman initiates a series of radio calls, many of which are heard by a fellow combat controller and teammate of his and Delta Force operators on a nearby summit. Despite this combat controller's replies, Chapman never acknowledges whether because of damage to his equipment or himself will never be known. This new angle and footage shows Chapman at the top, identified by the green dot under the tree at Bunker 1.
Okay.
The lower center of the screen shows the first enemy fighter who is about to charge Chapman in the hopes of killing the American. The timestamp at the bottom shows it is now 6:05 in the morning and fully light. He's been fighting alone now for 40 plus minutes and has received more gunshot and shrapnel wounds as a result of the fierce combat. This scene shows the second of several enemy charges. In this stunning display of determination and courage, Chapman can be seen fighting hand-to-hand with the fighter. In the larger screen display can be seen additional enemy moving on to the summit. But right now, John Chapman is fighting for his life.
Oh, just imagine. Holy man, imagine being put in that situation where you're in severe pain. You're having to fight for your life. I personally can't imagine, and hopefully never in my life have to be in that situation. And what an absolute legend. What a guy, man. It must have been horrible for him to go through that. Horrible. I really do hope it comes out the other end of it. I really do.
6 minutes later, in this new shot, Chapman can hear another helicopter approaching the summit. He is in the bottom center of the screen underneath the tree and can be seen in the magnified inset box as he begins his desperate final stand to save the lives of the 18 men on the helicopter. The red dots are enemy fighters. John begins engaging the enemy in multiple directions and is rapidly approaching the last of his ammunition. The helicopter contains a quick reaction force comprised of Rangers, pararescuemen, and another combat controller. It is now 6:13 and the helicopter is short final. The enemy is desperately trying to displace Chapman so they can put heavy weapons or rocket-propelled grenades in Bunker 1 while simultaneously engaging the helicopter. With the choice to save his life or the lives of his unknown comrades, Chapman makes the decision to climb out of the bunker and begin firing in multiple directions, as can be seen in the inset.
What a hero.
Suffering from as many as a dozen wounds, Chapman is in fact already in the process of dying. As he fights, the helicopter is struck by a rocket-propelled grenade and makes a remarkable controlled crash just below Chapman and the summit. Chapman, now off-screen, continues to cover his comrades as they pour out of the stricken helicopter. Some of them are fatally shot as they exit. These images, with Chapman fighting the enemy at close quarter, are the last to show him alive and in this heroic act, thus qualifying for his second Medal of Honor. Ultimately, Chapman would expend all but the last few rounds of his ammunition, until, finally, after 16 bullet and shrapnel wounds, Chapman succumbs when he is shot through the heart. We will never know his final thoughts or words, but what we do know is his decisions and actions single-handedly saved the lives of 23 comrades.
Wow. We haven't finished it yet. We'll check out the next 16 seconds in a second, guys. But holy, one person's action saving the lives of that many people, and not in a selfish way either. It wasn't like he was trying to look after himself and accidentally did it. He knew what he was going to in for. He knew if he was to save him, he wasn't going to make it as well. So amazing. It's such a sad story for him, but it's absolutely amazing. And what an absolute guy. Wow, imagine if everyone was like that. Just imagine what the world would be like if everyone was like that, man.
For more information about John Chapman's amazing story and the details about this mission, visit danschillingbooks.com or your favorite book retailer to obtain a copy of the Chronicle of his life, Alone at Dawn.
That is the end of the video, and I think I'm probably going to have to get that book. And I haven't read it yet, but I can already recommend it to you guys. So if you're interested, check it out. I'm sure a lot of people in the comments will have potentially read it. And we'll let you know whether it's worth getting or not. I'd appreciate it if you did. And let me know if it's worth getting it, because after seeing that, what an absolute hero. Like, imagine if everyone was built that way. Words can't really describe it. The video did everything. And yeah, I definitely choked me up quite a bit. Thank you, Michael, for suggesting this. Wow, what an absolute guy, a legend. I don't know if they're the right words. I'm sorry if I'm being disrespectful calling him that, because at the end of the day he did lose his life, but he did it in an unselfish act to save other people's, which is absolutely amazing. I'm honestly lost for words. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction. Something a little bit different. I did not expect it to go down that route. 2 Medal of Honor as well, fully deserved, 100% deserved. And hopefully wherever he is now, whatever that you believe in, he knows about it and he's proud of his achievements, because at the end of the day it's something to be proud of. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reaction. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. I've got 2 videos every single day, a general reaction and a sport reaction every day. Yeah, if you don't want it, it's not the end of the world, guys. There's more important things happening in the world, as we've just seen in Matt, so it's not the end of the world if you don't want to. Have a fantastic day. Peace.